Hello. Thank you. My name is JJ. I will be the MC of today. So, before we start, I would like to ask you all a question. Do you guys know what is 3D printing technology? Yes. So let me explain a bit about 3D printing technology. Actually, 3D printers and printers is the same thing. But printers used to print out documents, Word files, and your assignments as well. But 3D printers used to print out three-dimensional objects like the chairs you are sitting, the tables you are using in the classrooms. So you understand right now? Yes. So why do I talk about 3D printing technology today? It's because today's speaker, Mr. Bruce, is a director of B3D Group Sdn Bhd. And this company is a company that is famous in 3D printing technology. So, without further ado, let's put your hands together and welcome Mr. Bruce Boy.
Testing. Eddie, no sound, right? Oh, yes. Yes, okay, you can hear me, then fine. Good afternoon. My name is Bruce. Before I start everything, I like to calibrate a bit of my talks because I need to know what kind of levels you are now. Do you know anyone who never touched or see or hear about 3D printing? Can you raise your hand? You got never heard it? Good, okay, thank you. That's one. How many of you already know or use 3D printer before? No? Yes? No? Okay, raise your hand higher. You're all young men, right? Be energetic a little bit, right? Then I won't be so boring. So today, the topic is talking about how 3D printing reshaped the world now. It already did, just most of you don't realize, right? But I'm not going to tell a very long technology stuff, jargon thing. I will just tell you some story. This story includes about myself, about my company, and what we do with it. Go through this process, you will know who or maybe when you should use 3D printings. At the end, I also will teach you a little bit of basic of why 3D printing has become easier now. Then you know what you can do for it, right? So I come into chapters like novel, right? The first thing is the spark of curiosity. But before every curiosity starts, there's a printer running here. I just press a button, fully automatic. It will be gone through the process while I talk. Hopefully when I finish, the parts come out. If anything error behind me, just bust me, okay? Let's say you got fire. Kidding. So this is me. 10 years ago, I'm a specialist. Have a very unique job. Works inside a construction site. And my job is doing installation of all the sensors to maintain the structure health, to make sure that thing not tilted, not over vibration by others construction site. It's a very unique job. It's supposed to be very bright in future. But somehow, in the process of developing the sensor stuff, I realized that this is one of the thing called Raspberry Pi. Anyone know this? Oh, you got know this. So basically, open source thing. It's a credit card system. It's a credit card size of the computer system. You can use it in a lot of places. One of the company in Taiwan is the government levels. They actually use this inside the earthquake sensor. So they put everywhere inside Taiwan. And I found this very interesting. They only sell $5, and it not come with case. It's a PCB. No one would think it's a finished product, but it is. So we want to convert it to be more finished thing. So when we use on site, it's not that awkward lah. So I found it. Okay, how do I make the case? I have a question mark, and I saw the picture like this. It's exactly the picture that people show on the internet back to 10 years ago. In Europe country, they actually use 3D printing already. So in the forum, someone sent me the files, the digital files. They say, this is the STL file, you can ask for any 3D printing nearby to you to print it out. I'm like, 10 years ago, never heard about 3D printing. I'm the first time to hear that. So I walked around, searched by internet, and realized that Our Malaysia is very advanced. I can't find anyone to provide a service to me. That is awesome because that means I can do a very odd decision by making one. So I decided to make something, a 3D printer back 10 years ago. Because this thing actually open source, we can learn it from internet very easily. So I get this works, roughly spend a month's time after build, a calibration, make it works. The story is very long for this building process, it's painful actually. Because back to that, you DIY make a machine, it's always not working. But at the end, eventually I still make the casing, something like this. It is fun when I see these parts come out, because I've gone through so many fail. The process, let me think about one thing, the spark. If any one of you have concept of creating stuff, no matter products or art or whatever thing that you use in the real life, if anyone equipped or office in university equipped with this kind of machine, what will that do? It will be awesome. Like nowadays, we play with VR, virtual reality stuff, a lot of things become digitalized. Even 2D printing can be retired soon because everyone using iPad or phone to read the document. But you can't change every physical stuff. For example, your chair you are sitting on. You can't change it to digitalize because you need to sit on it. You can't change your home sofa to digitalize. You can't change your water heater to digitalize. They always have physical products. And 3D printing is one of the ways to build the physical product. That's all. That's why I think it was very complex for manufacturing to build stuff to become small, to become the part on your hand, even like this controller. They have definitely gone through the prototyping process, maybe some 3D printing steps that you may not realize, and then mass production. Is one of the ways to build the products. So this empowered me as a solo P player starting on 10 years ago, and it enabled me to build something at home with just a digital files. So I tried to understand how it works. So I built a few more machines, I put on internet about sharing about my process, and I'm very lucky that time. Quite some numbers of people buy machines from me. But unfortunately, it's not gone through like what I'm thinking. A lot of people buying my first generation machine is not going to use well. Because most of them feel like it's too complex to use. It's not like 2D printing, you go through a few process, press print and go. But not now. That's later I will share about the detail now. But the market just reflect to me, Bruce, just print for me lah, don't send me all the parts, don't send me the machine, I don't know how to use it. So finally we go through and I start my 3D printing service. This is how it go on. So this is my first machine anyway, the first selling machine anyway. I don't have a brand on that time, it's called Homemade Delta 3D printer. Delta is a type of the technology, just a little bit history. Please ignore the website, it's already changed. And this not related to any one something company, yeah? So that time, after I changed myself to become service provider, it's like daytime on the site, nighttime on the machine. Both was sequence because daytime I measure the physical, the big size building structure. Nighttime I measure my machine structure. So it's still fun because it looks like it's doing the same thing but totally different. And fast forward a few years later, I look back all the project I've done. It got casing, brackets, holders thrown, basically all of them prototype. And then you have tools and etc. All these image, every image I can tell a story. One of this, like this one is KFC. You know why KFC got find me to do some casing? It's not KFC find me, but actually the payment gateway system find me. They need to have some branding on it. Then robots, this robot's inside actually a very big size robot, 1.8 meters, and then we put in Singapore. They're using this for the case. Many stuff. And not only engineering stuff, not only casing, we also go into the marketings because why not? People just find me to build props, movie props, characters, sculptures, and sometimes a signboard, and etc. Some of the image you may see before, or some of you may not. But I definitely got one of the picture you may spot out later. Other than marketing, we also go into professional market, architecture, topography structures. But this one is somehow linked to my background because I know the structure very well. And a lot more crazy after that few years. Last 2 years, we're going more extra. We do record-breaking stuff. You know, football, the World Cup. If you realize this is the World Cup trophy, but it's talking about 2 meters size in base. It's taller than me. With the base, it is actually 3 meters. We put in front of Tatalan Merdeka. This is actually the special request from the local government. We collaboration with 2 different associations. One is our association, is called Additive Manufacturing Association, short for MAMA. And then another word is 3D Printing Association. Another one is the Food Truck Association. So they have a food truck event there. So we do that for the fans. And especially for this case, you will see this a lot of Lego stuff, a lot of colors, right? Very colorful. Why it happened? Because everyone, and last 2 years, we already have so many, more than 1,000 of hobbies using 3D printing at home. The reason of that is, hey guys, how many of you really got remaining materials at home? Help me print this part. So fans come together, everyone submit the small parts, and at the end we assemble like Legos, build it up. This is how it works. Imagine on spot, everyone of you, if you have a 3D printers, you can actually do something very big in very short amount of time. Not necessarily to have a big factory to do it, but everyone a little bit powers. This is what we call community power. Funny event. We also do some premium surface finishing, not only printings. Printings, you will always see some layers in front. We can do post-processing to make the surface look like this. This is one of the luxury brand stuff from Japan. Now it's inside the TRX. If you walk by and you see, you can realize which brand, but I don't tell you the brand now. It's combined with the surface finishing, polishing, the final chroming all the surface to achieve this. It's not easy. Not every 3D printer can do, but we did it. Because we found that just 3D printing is not fun enough. We also do some big size model. This one is 7 meters. We're talking about the whole stage. Not the mannequin in front, it's the characters laid down. Right? It's in Singapore LV shop. They're opening with this kind of model. The whole thing is 3D printing. If I don't tell you, you may not realize, right? It's already shaping the world, changing the way people make stuff, but a lot of us don't know it, and only some specific professionals know it. But in other countries, they have this class, how to use it in school, even in primary school, they have access to it. We are a bit late, but it's time to start now. Well, even though Brunei, Sudan also have my 3D printed parts, this is together with our partner, we delivered this unique project. It's flowers, Malaysia flower and Brunei flower combined together. It's a simple piece. And then we done it only 1 day because they have special schedule, ask us to work on it. So we make that digital files and print it and paint it within a day. So you see some sample that done by me and my team, basically my company. It is on just whatever you see just now. It's only by us. I never share. I still haven't shared the internet stuff, but I bet you can find it later. You just search YouTube on like 3D printing stuff. You will see how people use it for business, for marketing, for whatever hobbies they're doing. Recently, like fastest flying drone to chase the F1 racing car, make a different videos with different point of view. That drone also 3D printers. Recently, basketball, one of the very interesting basketball looks. They got airless, they got hole inside, it drop out, bounce like basketball, looks like basketball, but sound does not like it because they drop down without any sound. It's a very interesting thing. You can have a look at that, but that one is selling price on market is 2,500 USD. So more project sharing. Anyone in JB last month? No? Any JB people here? No? You saw this in front of the car. It's called Dragon King Temple. So, you know what? It is 3D printed. Huge size in front of trucks. People use it for bus marketing or whatever thing that they place. It is 3D printed, right? How about this? I believe everyone got Agama believing system, right? Sometime in temple, you pray with a statue. It is 3D printed because I done it. That's what I know. So you can still see we have a lot of parts, different color, very colorful when built because it's done by a lot of machines. At the end, we do the post-processing, make it looks like one. Okay, signboard. Guess what it is? Guess what? Yes, you got it. It is 3D printed. We print it part by part, assemble, join them together. So you see from event to temple to maybe daily life, the signboard is already 3D printed. What about this? It is? 3D printed. How you know? So big, when you drive through, they got a casing in the back colors, right? It's a sensor, it's to protect the sensor. I'm designing it back to 3-4 years ago. We've gone through many prototypes. And this, if you see the solid chrome casing on the root or any payment gateway, you know we are involved in the design. And all these parts exactly 3D printed, and we do special coating, make it more lasting in the root. But of course, sometimes the lorry crashes, it still break lah, right? This one no choice. But it happens everywhere. So because of too many things, I cannot do it myself. So we are founding the association called Additive Manufacturing Association. And this additive manufacturing is before the marketing term 3D printing come out. It is 3D printing. So you can also call it 3D Printing Association. Otherwise, the name will be too long. And I don't want you to call me Mama as well. It feels odd, right? So now, we are going in a little bit of evolution right now this year. Since last year, we are there to open a shop inside the Sungai Wang. So people can actually walk in, see our machines, see our team, what they're doing, see all the machine running, printing some parts, sometimes big, sometimes small, sometimes you can't even tell what is that. Why? If that is so complex for people to use, I won't do it. But last 2 years ago, we found that the technology evolved internationally, becomes smarter and smarter and smarter until actually can press a button to just press a button to print it. Like what I did just now, before I start. I just go there, press the button, then I walk away, right? I didn't touch the machine. It's not magic. So, and I move it from outside with the trolley, vibrate everywhere. So definitely the machine is not in the perfect stable place. And this table is actually shaking around as well, as you'll see. But it becomes this level now. It's not like 2D printers normally. So I will give you a bit of basic. So just in case, I hope you get something back. It's not that complex. Left side is a HP 2D printer. I think everyone knows HP got 2D printer. But anyone know HP got 3D printer as well? Anyone? No? HP actually got 3D printer, just like that for industrial, very expensive one. So, but 2D printer everyone know how to use. 3D printing as well is supposed to everyone know how to use because it's very simple. I give you a quick basic of this one. If you see 2D printing workflow, you have the design or select a file. Whatever you design or select from internet or whatever place. PDF, JPEG, or document. In 3D printing, it's the same thing. You either design or select the 3D files. Just it's different between the file is different. It will be STL, OBJ, and STP, and others as well if you found it. But this is the basic. How to design and how to select, I teach you later. Load the filament, the second part is that load the printing medium in 2D printing is called paper lah. Load the printing materials in 3D printing line. You've got many types of technology. The most basic one in front next to me is filament. Basically, it's one roll of plastic. You just go into the hot end, it will automatically run all the thing. So you load the materials in. That's it. Then you can choose the paper setting on 2D printing. You choose a print setting in 3D printing. No matter infill, density, support, this may be a new word to you, but it's, believe me, it's very easy to understand. Infill is the physical box. Inside, you need how solid is it. So if you want full solid, it means 100% infill. You want hollow, it means 0% infill. That's it. Support is when you come out the thing, you print out the sky, because we have gravity, you need something to support it. And the generation of support is also automatically. So the next thing is preview the print output, which you are going to check your print before the margin is correct or not, right? So in the software, the 2D printing software. 3D printing, we have another software called Slicer, another new word. But Slicer, that means you convert the physical 3D models up to a piece by piece. Let's cut it down, slice it down. That's why it's called Slicer. But the software now is very simple. You just press a button, press print, it automatically runs all the things. You may change the orientation, the optional. It's up to your choice. So, you have also then start the 3D printing. The printing process basically means just press the print button. It's the same thing. So finish print and retrieve the output. You take out the paper and see, okay, my print is correct. The 3D printing will be flex it out and take the parts out. It will be a little bit different. And the end is post-processing. If you do 3D printing, you are talking about binding, cutting the paper if you want to. Sometimes it's a sticker you print onto. For post-processing on 3D printing, you just remove the part, see any support or anything you need to do, like make it smooth, make it stand or something. So we talked a little bit about the design. There is a lot of software. The software is doing 3D stuff, but sound complex. Anyone know one of these software? Yes, what software you know? Blenders. Blenders, a lot of people use it in animation, but you can also convert your animation model to 3D printed model. Make it work. So all of this software, some of them is free, some of them industrial, but it doesn't really matter. You can start with always the Tinkercad. Open the browser, type in Tinkercad, you will log into the website. It's like a Lego system in the computer. You just stack it into 3D, then you can print it out. It's that simple. Others may be complex a bit, like Blender. It's quite complex to learn. But you see, even iPad software, this one is Sharp 3D and No Man's Sky. Now I use it almost daily because it's easy for me. We can see in a coffee shop, like sitting down and you flip to the 3D model. Enjoying the life, right? Others, you may just research up later. So just now talk about design or select the print. If I don't have the 3D model, how do I select? So this Yagi. Today, if we talk about 3D printing, if you don't know about Yagi, it's like you live in 2024, you don't know what is Google. So you must remember this Yagi, yeah? It is a search engine for 3D printable models, and now already have like 5.6 billion models. As I up to date, yesterday it's like 4,809 new model uploaded to the website every single day. It's like few thousand updates. So when you think of something collectible or structure or something, maybe someone already created. You can search it. Let's do something funny, interesting. Is that any Hello Kitty fan? Yeah. So if you search Hello Kitty on the Yagi, it's come out like this. Oh, you got a 3D files. Basically, you can click in, you can download, and you just load it to your slicer, and you print it out. And then, if you key in a lightsaber, you will find that actually you've got 7,261 models on there. You can actually choose to download. This is when you don't know how to design. We suggest everyone start just by printing something first. Because after a few more time printing, you understand how people design the thing and make it print. then you start to learn design, it's actually a lot easier. This is also where I start. I built the machine without knowing how to 3D model. I built the machine and help people provide the printing service, and until certain of time I stopped because a lot of customers asking, I want this one, I don't have 3D model. Then we start to learn. Then I start to learn 3D model like 6 years ago. So, and I know PortMan College got also talk about AI, right? Everyone loves AI. Right now, boring just now because I don't know how to make it. But now AI can generate 3D model for you. Of course, it's not perfect now. You don't know whatever next, maybe few months or few days. You never know whatever AI evolves now. You can go so fast. You can use whatever AI tools you know. This is one of the tools called Genies. And you can just type, this is a futuristic mask, look like a robot. I just type in like this, it comes out of the head like this. It's 3D model. I can download it. Or you can just use Midjourney to generate an image concept, then ask some designer to do the 3D. Or you become the designer, help people to do the 3D as well. Now here I will share you a short video and how to play this. Yeah. Okay, what you just see is someone share, they use iPad to design the models and show you how they assemble. You know what? They didn't sell the toy. They sell the digital files. For people who have 3D printer to print at home. So you don't really need to wait for the design or understand how it works. As long as it's like 2D printer, you don't need to be a graphic designer. You can download DaVinci to print a poster, put it in your house. Is how it works. Nowadays, internationally, a lot of people starting to sell the 3D model instead of the physical product because they save a lot of things. Number one, they don't need the logistic. They save the carbon, right? You can buy from anywhere in the world. So if you appreciate the design, the models, you don't have to wait Bandai to send over to whatever shop nearby you, then lack of stock, this kind of stuff. No. Even those are parts at home sometimes. I help people fix their water heater because the buttons drop or something back to 10 years ago. Nowadays, you can easily done it. We search a few buttons on the internet screen or whatever models, you just measure and say, okay, I want a button on this size. It will generate. So, any question on this? Are you blind? No, I mean, are you still sleeping? Yes.
So for the Johor, you make a dragon, right? How long does it take you to make the whole thing? Right?
This one take 3 months. Yeah, because this very first attempt is super huge. We collaboration with different parties, right? It actually has some accident in between. It fired. The dragon is blown on fire. Why? Because when they do the steel, you do the steel adjustment or sanding, they will have fire spark, right? Then drop to the resin, and resin go, they fire out. So sometimes with a lot of little small story, it's very interesting. But of course, when you're working on it, that one is not the good news, lah. We are just lucky because the fire not damage so much. We can recover very fast, so it's still on time. Can go into news, and people around it look at this crazy. Yeah. Any more questions? Oh yeah. People who ask questions, I will send you a free gift. Let's see how many minutes is it. Is that I talk too fast? This is yours. Thank you. This is the whistle. You can make some noise on it. Yep, it's 3D printed whistle. Drop me some questions. I'm surprised you're happy with this. So drop me some questions. You have one. Grill me. That's very welcome to grill. Yeah, 3D printing is a lot of things. They rely to all of your ideas, not mine. I'm the one who opened the door for you. Anyone? Yep.
How much the machine?
How much is your phone? How much is your phone?
10,000.
Nah, I'm not believe it. But 10,000. The phone is actually 3D printing is like a phone. You have 2,000 level. You have less than 2,000 level. You can above 10,000 level also got. Like on the stage, this one is 1899. Below 2,000. The material you're talking about 1 kilogram is 60 ringgit, 60, 70, depend on the material types. But you're talking about 1 kg. Yeah? This one is like 5 gram. So 1 kg I can print a lot of it. That's why I give it as a free gift. If you have 3D printers, you can print something like that, put a company logo or PortMan logos, become a corporate gift. It depends on your creativity. Come, take one. Make some noise. Any more question? If you don't have question, I ask you question.
What is the materials to printing the 3D object?
Okay, 3D object. You know, daily life we're using a lot of plastic, right? And the 3D printer also mainly use plastic because one of the ways it is easier to form a shape and easier to recycle. We normally suggest whoever first time play with 3D printing using PLA, polylitter acid. But PLA is a material made by corn. It's basically more environment friendly and easier to print. Of course, in after advance, you can do nylon, carbon fibers, PP, PE, that is still possible. And I have a basketball here, actually, it's called TPU. Not a basketball, but a toy ball. It can squeeze. And this looks like the one that's selling 2,000 USD, but it's not. It's just a normal printing from materials that run from this machine. You can pass through the blade. Alright. And any more questions? Yes? Okay.
Is there any disadvantage? Is there any disadvantage using 3D printers?
Disadvantage? You tell me. Well, maybe yes. For if you need a part of 100,000 pieces within a month, that's not possible for one machine. But it's possible for 100,000 people who own one machine. But it's for factory that using injection mold that is possible within maybe a week. But talking about different levels of investment. So you always have a crossover on the cost consideration. Why your everything daily life products haven't 3D printed yet? That is the reason. 3D printing more mean for customization, small scale production, or whatever thing that no one sell to you, right? If you found that Mr. DIY can sell this thing, only two reasons you will 3D print. Number one, I don't like the design. Number two, I need the size slightly bigger. Very possible. right?
So another question. Let's say you printed the item, printed the mold.
I can't hear.
Let's just say you printed the mold, right? Can you reuse the material? Maybe like melting and reuse it?
Okay, you printed the parts or the mold. You want to reuse the parts, right? Yes, you can.
Okay.
But you need another device. Because you're talking, this is thermoplastic, so you can heat and melt it back and make it to the roll, chop it to the piece, and go through another extrusion process, come out the filament. So they have DIY in open source community doing it already. I guess we'll be soon seeing the products, the field print just throw inside and come out another filament. So soon we'll be there.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Your gift, yeah. Ladies? Yes? It depends on the size of the model. The question is how long the part will be printed, right? Like one of my phone case, it actually takes 2 hours. Samsung phone case. Like this one is a special thing that take 1 hour. It's supposed to. Yeah, I got 19 minutes left. So basically, it depends on your design. It can be very complex. It can flow. The fastest print I done before is like 16 minutes. The slowest print I done before is like 3 days. Yeah. But of course, it's for one machine. Right? Any more questions? Yes. Maybe before I ask question, tell me your name as well. Forgot that.
Okay, so my name is Francis. So what product that more high cost that you do before?
Sorry
What
again.
product?
What product?
That more high cost.
More high cost mean charging price lah. 6 digit. Yeah, it's a brand thing, but we cannot disclose that because NDA. Basically, just one full project, big size model. You can go up to 6 digit. Yeah. So for product lah, for service Asia. Of course, the cheapest one that we done is 60 ringgit because this is my minimum charge. Right? It's big different, right? 6 and 6, but different 0. Right? Thank you.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, sure. You don't have anyone.
How does 3D printing for food work?
Sorry, for food. Okay. You see recently got people share about 3D printing chocolate, 3D printing cookies, but they share the one thing, is the materials. You can make the material in liquid form, you can 3D print. Because the idea of 3D print is just break the 3D model into layers, then run it layer by layer, stack it up. So just one thing for all of you to understand. Manufacturing method got 3 main ways. Number 1, called subtractive, which is you have a block, you cut out the block to remain the shape you want. So they have always limitation because you can't go inside the block. So they got a side or corner in limitation, you can't cut inside. So the second way is called formative, which is most of your products right now, your phone case, all the plastic, even the speaker there, they have a formative process. They have a mold with the shape inside, they inject the plastic inside, soften, coating, then take it out, the parts. They call formative, injection mold. The last one is additive manufacturing. This is not a new technology. This is technology back to 30 years ago. Just, there was patented and used in industry only, very expensive. It's talking about the cheapest machine back to 10 years ago, the industrial machine is almost 100,000. Now you still can buy the $1 million machine, it's still there. So now talking about 2,000 for everyone to access is a different world. It's a different world. You can buy it for hobbies. It's cheaper than your phone anyway, right? Anyone still need one? Yeah. But you have it already, right? Okay, your question is that all the Buddha statue make on 3D printing? Of course not. We see a lot of Sifu out there, they're handcrafting the models. Our value is I help them to refurbish or remake the thing while they're broken. So many temples already 60, 70 years old. The statue kind of paint drop, some of them broken, got cracked, because that was made by wood. The end would like to stay inside somehow. They maintain their parts is very complex. So the case Buddha I make the fourth one already. Most of the case is like they have broken, cracks, and they want to remake another one. We do the 3D scan, like taking photo, you know. We 3D scan it, get the 3D model, repair the 3D models, and then print it out. This is how it works. I hope I answered your question. Yeah. We have 2 more left. I can accept 2 more questions.
What are you printing?
Yeah.
I would like to ask when is your first 3D printer create and what is the first product you create?
The first product is when is my first 3D printer and what is my first product? My first 3D printer is back to 2014. I have a YouTube time lapse for that, showing me that working that few days, playing with the wires, all this thing. And the first thing I print is just a 2x2 centimeter cube. This I want to make sure the thing works. And I look when I see my first cube out, my tingling is all everywhere. You can never see there's a robot at your house and printing the cube for you. So you can print a cube, that means you can print a lot more things. But that cube, spent me 2 weeks to print. Because when that time, it always failed. The thing not stick on the bed the calibration run After the print cube, the cube is tilted Because that is old machine that do not have automatic like AI system. Nowadays they have all the automatic calibration stuff, so easy for you guys. So back to 10 years ago, if you ask me recommend anyone to use 3D printer, I say no, it's too complex. But nowadays I say yes, everyone should have one. Or even though in at least college or something, education sector should have multiple of them. And you guys can like running a final year project, printing farm lab, because I have no idea because a lot of people find me to do final year project. And they tell me that university do not have machine or even have 1 or 2 the lecturer do not let them use. So I say, we have a very cheap machine, let students to use, any problem you find me. Right? Last question.
Actually, what are you printing now?
Actually I forgot what I'm printing now. This one is the Star Wars, Star Wars Walker. Got 2 leg one. It's very first generation Star Wars. They got big robot, then 2 legs, and they fight the Jedi fighting with the robot and cut their leg. Yeah, it's a toys, right? But we print it in like a Gundam form. You just need to cut it out and assemble. Right? Later, after finish, you can see. But we left a few here, so you guys take whatever. You arrange who is going to take it. Maybe lucky draw. Yeah. Right? Anything else?
What's the longevity of the product?
Sorry?
The lifespan.
Okay. It actually depends on the design, number 1, the material, number 2, how you process it, number 3. I can assure if you're asking for 100-year lifespan, I can still make for you. But if you're talking about normal print, maybe 5 years.
So is it disposable?
Yes. It's a plastic. Plastic is plastic. You already got one. Give the charge out. Yes?
Just curious.
Last question or curious question. Come. so hard to squeeze take question from all the young student mind.
What is your
Yes.
next upcoming or future project?
Okay, projects is already back to my company team that works on it. My target is going to 100 school, tell 100 school students about this. To make sure more people work on this. Thank you. To reshape the world. Right? Okay. So we have a little bit of time for my printers. 9 minutes. Anything you want to add on? Everyone saw this already? Interesting, huh? I just print it at home at night for fun. So I like to drop it because no sound.
What is the material of the board?
Huh?
The material.
Material of the board. This is TPU. One type of plastic. Okay. So for this one, I will let one people to win this as a gift. If you can guess how many things on my body right now is 3D printed. I mean, wearing. Some of them you can see, some of them you can't.
Your glasses.
My glasses not yet. I have one. I actually have one. I didn't wear today. Why? What's so happy? Share with me. I think I can hear you. Just slow it down. Huh? Well, no, I mean you can stop like this. I can hear you. I didn't hear you just now. What is it?
Is underwear included?
No. Okay, someone found one, but you didn't raise your hand. I don't count. Yeah. I realized I didn't carry with me today, so you didn't see. But so I disclosed one.
Casing.
Yes, casing. Who answered the shoe just now? You? Alright, the shoe. It made me like to show people my leg. It's 3D printed by Adidas. So, but this is a commercial product that you can buy already. Just no one really know it's 3D printed. Only people like us will go and see, oh, this is 3D printed, I'll buy one. So this one casing is for fun. I just make it. I can buy it, but I like to make something different because it can stand. Whoa. It's a simple feature. Right. So and the last one, I think you unable to guess, but you all already have one in your hand. That one called this is the whistle. It's actually a keychain as well. I put it on my key. Right. So the print part I will left here later, so you can see if you want to take it. You can take one. I have a few more inside the box. I just let the printer finish first. Oh no, I can take it out as well. All right, MC. So nowadays people design toys. This is not designed by me, this is designed by my friends. You can just download from internet free and then print it at home and assemble it. Sometimes we call this over design name card. You can put something like put a name on it. And this one assemble is become a bicycle. A small one, it's like a name card. just want to put a name or not. This one is more funny with the Star Wars thing. I'm a Star Wars fan as well. If anyone of Star Wars fans here is interested to get it, you can assemble and paint it as well. Okay, I pass to MC now. So I hope everyone learned something today. So I'm calling it off. Then thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce, for your amazing speech. So, have you all learned something today?
Yes.
So nowadays, 3D printing technology is very famous and very useful for you all. So you can go learn something with Mr. Bruce lah. So, without further ado, we have our token appreciation. Welcome Mr. Bruce again to the stage. Please gather at the stage now. Thank you.